And we start with that horrifying scene in the Bronx. A mother and her 6-year-old child stabbed to death inside their own bedroom. Police found the 26-year-old mother and her daughter in an apartment on Monticello Avenue in the Edenwald section. Police today closing in on a suspect on Bavona Street, just a mile from the murder scene. But police say the suspect took his own life. And News 4's Jessica Cunnington is live in the Bronx as a community now mourns the mother and daughter. Jessica?
Gilma, it is just really hard to process something like this. A young mother and her child are dead. We are just learning from police sources that they were both stabbed essentially all over their body. That 6-year-old little girl even stabbed in the face. We are now also learning the name of the suspect who was that young mother's boyfriend. His name is Caleb Dewberry. But I did speak with the 26-year-old victim's mother who's down in Florida. I spoke with her by phone. She just wants she doesn't want this horrific crime and these murders to take away from how beautiful these people were.
I have to bury my daughter and my granddaughter, and I just gotta wrap my head around right now.
A mother and grandmother missing a chunk of her heart tonight, gutted out after police found 26-year-old Gabrielle Muniz and 6-year-old Rosara Estevez dead and stabbed multiple times inside their first-floor apartment here on Monticello Avenue in the Bronx.
My daughter was an amazing daughter, mother, sister, friend. She's that girl that everyone wanted to be like.
Last night, just before midnight, police were called here after sources say someone on the 3rd floor heard banging and was concerned. They say Gabrielle's boyfriend, the suspect, was seen leaving the apartment around 4 p.m. yesterday. They'd only been dating less than a year, but he gave Gabrielle's mother a bad gut feeling.
I knew from the beginning who it was, and I just knew he's possessive.
Today, just after noon, police say her boyfriend was barricading himself here inside the Boston Secor houses on Bavona Street, about a mile away, and was then found dead of self-inflicted stab wounds. The man they believe murdered Gabrielle and Rosara. She was a full-time working mom and a pharmacy student focused on her goals, wanting to give little Rosara a good life. But for both of them, life was not long enough.
A young mother and a daughter, this is a lot to take in. Make sure that we say, I love you to our loved ones, because you never know when's the last chance we might see them.
And people in this neighborhood started their day, many of them walking to and from church, unfortunately passing this crime scene. And when they found out what happened, honestly feeling sick to their stomach. But tonight, as the sun goes down, people are still dealing with this crime scene. As you can see, Monticello is still blocked off. Police still in there, detectives in there as well. But also, we do know tonight that the suspect, police tell us, Caleb Dewberry, is now dead. In Edenwald tonight, I'm Jessica Cunnington, News 4, New York.
It's just sad to see a lot of women thinks men like this will always protect them. They'll always be there for them. And then they'll never turn their gun or their weapons against them. They'll never kill them. They'll never be like, you know what, I'm tired of this chick. You don't know what these men went through. People don't know. A lot of the times, men who went through prison and went through jail, they had a rough, they went through a lot, they seen a lot of crazy things. I would know. Because I knew people who came from prison who never been the same. Some of them came out crazy. Some of them came out gay. Some of them seen people got raped or get robbed. They had to stab people. Jail is like, not even jail, prison is survival of the fittest. Women thinks that stuff like that is okay to be around. But then they want to call the police. When the same men that they let in their house, that they want to help, girl, I can change him. All of a sudden, when he turns the gun on you or turns against you, all of a sudden they want to get the cops involved or the police involved or their family involved. I don't feel bad for women who put themselves in situations like this. And I know some people who are out there, they continue There are women out there who continues to put themselves in this type of situation, be for no good man, and they know that he's no good. How you in your early 20s and your 30s, and you still don't want a man who has himself together, who is smart in the books, who just wants a stable, peaceful life? You can't have peace, have your cake and eat it too, and think that you could get a Pookie and Ray Ray and a thug slash bronze and professional or brainers, or that you can't get both. You can't get a white collared, blue collared worker slash thug Pookie and Ray Ray slash Tyrone. You can't get the whole package. That's impossible. But there are some men who does hide it well, or even takes that mentality with them, or even trying to break that mentality from their life because they know that it came with a lot of consequences, a lot of baggage, a lot of problems. Some of these guys even never comes back from psychological problems. This is probably why the boyfriend in the video, why he ended up stabbing the chick and her daughter. May God be with them. May she rest in peace. But at the same time, you have daughters, or people out there that are with a guy that are like this. You can't help them. You can't fight the guy. If she allowed it, she chose to be with that type of man. What can you do? You can meet the person, you can meet the guy, but it's always going to be the woman's choice in the end of the day, especially if she's a grown woman. The woman was a grown woman. She was in her early 20s. May she rest in peace. Her life was thrown away, but at the same time, do not invite people like this around your children and in your life. Pookie and Ray Ray is from every type of man. It's any race, but it's just black men or Hispanic men on the light. They're always seen on the social media as these type of men. And I'm a black man myself. And look, I'm a black dude. I don't represent the thug, Pookie, and Ray. I don't represent the hood. I came and grew up from the hood, but I grew up to know a lot better, thank God, to not be a representation of what it means to be from the hood. I learned to stand out, stand for God, and I'm going to always be that way for the rest of my life. I'm sorry. You cannot save women who puts themselves in horrible, bad situations and with no good men. If you see that this is the type of men that she likes, don't become that man just so you can sleep with her. Don't become that man so you could try to get into her pants. It's not worth it. It's not worth changing yourself or selling your soul or throwing away your life over another woman who likes thugs, Pookies, and Ravens, because 9 times out of 10, if that's the type of men she's into, she most likely had sex or slept with men that were like this, or dealt with men that were like this, or even her baby father could be exactly like this. It's just nothing but drama and nothing but problems. Stay safe out there, guys. This is Welcome to Play here. Peace out. Let me know what you think.